Hello YouTube family, today we're breaking down where people who are moving to the Killeen/Fort Hood area are coming from. So this is going to include both civilian relocations and of course our respected military PCS. So this information is going to really shape our housing market, and it's going to be great if you are looking to relocate to our area as well, so you get the full story of what's going on behind the data. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Brina Gordon, your favorite Central Texas realtor. My goal is to ensure you have all the tools and information that you need to make the best decision possible. So we know a couple of years ago there was a huge migration shift from states that are a bit more expensive to more affordable states. And although that has calmed down, still to this day, Texas is continuing to attract more people than majority of other states. So that data is still very accurate, even for our area. I too help a lot of clients that are relocating for more expensive cities, whether they had a military past or not. People are doing their own research, utilizing videos like this and seeing what affordable options they have out there, and they can get more bang for their buck. So according to state migration flow charts, California, Florida, and Colorado were among the top states sending residents to the Texas area. Again, a lot more people are coming from these expensive areas, whether they have a home to sell or don't, or just relocating. They're able to get a little bit more bang for their buck, and so Central Texas has become a huge hub for that as well, because of course, even though all pricing across the nation has increased, we are still considered one of the most affordable areas, and so it is reflective in our migration patterns as well. Now, of course, when you're relocating here, you're also taking consideration job flow, schools, things to do, lifestyle, and all of those sorts of things, but it is still becoming a very highly sought after area. Now, according to U-Haul in 2025, Texas was the #1 state in the nation for inbound moves, measuring actual one-way traffic from containers. And y'all, we cannot argue with U-Haul because they are the GOAT when it comes to relocation. Now, if you're military, of course, you have a different system, but again, it just shows how well Texas is attracting other people, and for other reasons as well too. If you are a veteran, a lot of people do come here for the military benefits too, so you don't have property taxes, and that alone is a huge savings when it comes to being able to stretch your dollar for that forever home. So please keep that in mind too. And so I want to make sure people know as well, Killeen's growth is a much bigger statewide trend of domestic relocation in Texas. So I'm just saying, Killeen's getting put on the map.
Hey, if you're thinking of relocating to the Fort Cavazos area, I have just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I have it linked right down below. The best part is there's no obligation to this, and it's going to come with everything from the top employers to the best schools and a boatload of other information. Everything that you need to make the best decision. Again, no obligation. So make sure you click the link below. It also will be pinned, and I hope that it helps.
And so for our military families, Fort Hood, formerly Fort Cavazos, back to Fort Hood, it's a whole thing, but Fort Hood/Fort Cavazos is a huge PCS duty station. So if you don't know what that means permanent change of station. That means our military personnel are getting stationed here to serve for whether it's 2 years, 5 years, 4 years, whatever, and then they may likely transition over, but that is a huge pattern for us as well. So soldiers here at Fort Hood transfer from other bases all across the US and a lot of times overseas too, so we don't want to forget that. And this is a major point in our migration pattern as well, because this also helps to attract people back to this area, and people don't always realize that. So I have had a lot of clients that were stationed here previously. They went to wherever they were going to, got towards the end of their time in the military, and then reached back out because now they're ready to retire here. So I want to make sure people realize too, it is not only just a PCS location, but once people actually are here and experience it, a lot of people are choosing to come back here. So that's also a factor in our migration as far as our story being told and where all this data is coming from as well. And so here are a few military units that are stationed here, and therefore these military units are frequently bringing soldiers and their families to the region. That's going to be 1st Cavalry Division, 1st Army Division West, 3rd Cavalry Regiment, 13 Sustainment Command, 36th Engineer Brigade, and 89th Military Police Brigade. And I believe 89th Military Police Brigade is actually what brought my family here. So I am living proof of this data. And I chose to stay here. I went to college in San Antonio, came back here, so I too am adding my story to this data collection. So when a major unit like the 1st Cavalry Division receives orders from places like Fort Campbell, Kentucky, which is very popular, or Fort Bliss, which is also in Texas, or any other military installation, entire communities relocate here. That's why you'll see people from all over the country in our market. So it's not just little pockets, entire units, their families, their support team, everyone is getting relocated to this area to support their initiatives here. And what ties into our military connection is our civilian connection too. People often think, okay, the military is there, but you'd be surprised the magnitude of people it takes to support the military based here too. So the civilian migration into Texas pairs really well with the military influx here, meaning multiple buyer pools are fueling our housing market, not just our military ones, but everyone that it takes to support our military personnel, people relocating from high cost states, and often have a higher purchasing power here due to that fact too. And for our civilian relocators, like I said, there are definitely some top states that are the highest number for people relocating here to Texas. But if you're non-military, if you're non-military affiliated, some general reasons why people are deciding to come here is a lot of times because affordability, sometimes just change of scenery. I have had some people that just want a little bit different atmosphere depending on where they're coming from. Diversity, I've heard this come up quite often. Some people sometimes just want a more diverse area, and I do believe our military installation really creates that atmosphere here. Proximity and location value, we are centrally located, and so with that we are able to offer a different lifestyle because people can get to these larger cities very easily, but they don't have the cost affiliated with them because they can return to Killeen or work any other surrounding city fairly quickly. And lifestyle and growth, with our area becoming one of the top relocation release places in the state and nation due to all these other factors, lifestyle is becoming more popular here as well. We're continuing to grow. Our mall itself is having 3 new stores built in. We're getting a few new restaurants, and so growth overall is starting to attract people, and with that comes more people and more growth, and it's just a cycle that continues. So whether civilians are relocating from another city in Texas or outside, the housing affordability, job prospects, and lifestyle are all options that Central Texas is able to offer people. And with that, we have some top states that are contributing to this. We have our military that is contributing to this. We have different factors that is contributing to our story and our data of why or where people are relocating from. And with that being said, if you have your own story of why you relocated here, I would love for you to drop it down below because people are doing their research. So give your story, your reason for relocating here, or if you're thinking about it and you have questions, drop your questions down below too, or reach out to me. All my information will be on the screen and in the description box below because I love to showcase what we're able to offer here and why people are choosing to call Central Texas home. And that's all I have for y'all today, so I'll catch you on the next video.